the song, you know, one of the first songs I did with Rodney was Big Hoops. The song's called Big Hoops, or The Bigger the Better. And I kind of, when I was writing it, kind of came into this mindset of myself at about age 14, you know, growing up in my small town, but living this life that was full of this wonderful R&B and hip-hop music that I listened to, and it became sort of part of my lifestyle. And my friends and I, it was a soundtrack of that time in my life. And so in all the verses I kind of reference my favorite R&B and hip-hop groups. The idea of, like, I got my verse kind of goes, tonight's the jam, I'll be there till dawn, I'm going down, I got my big hoops on, pant legs so wide, I got my backpack on, I'm gonna hear my favorite song. And that's just the essence, I think, of my life as a teenager, and really loving hip-hop music and loving R&B and loving that element of being at a party and anyone could grab the microphone at any moment and deliver a message, or just have that swagger about you. And I think there's a certain swagger you have at that young age that the music gives you, and I think that's the zone of that song, The Bigger the Better. I mean, I used to grab the mic at parties and jams and just kind of freestyle and do sort of my own style of singing freestyle at parties, and it was all very innocent and fun, and the music was very fun. Yeah, I mean, it's a sort of nostalgia, I guess, in a sense. But the song really takes me to that zone again, and I'm really feeling that swagger when I listen to it and really loving it. So yeah, I can't wait to perform it live. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. That's what it's about, I think. I think it's about making music that's fun, you know? I think music can take you all kinds of places, clearly. As like a, you know, little kid growing up in suburban Victoria, to be transported through the music, to be feeling the same things as anyone else listening to that same music anywhere in the world, in any neighborhood, I think is kind of magical, you know? And I think music is magic, clearly. So for me, it's almost like when Alice, you know, falls down the rabbit hole and you're just kind of in a new world. I think that's what music does to me, and sometimes it can transport me, and I know it transports me when, not only when I make music, when I listen to something I really love. You could take on a role when you hear something. It could be your soundtrack to mischief, your soundtrack to sadness, anything. So yeah, I just feel really blessed. It's been fun.
I met Nelly a long time ago in this little village, like I can't even pronounce the actual place, but it was this little village, and I had this little hut, and she came and she knocked on my hut door, my little hut door, and she said, me come from another place, and me want to make a song. And I said, I don't know how to make songs. And she said, me know you know how to make song. And I said, well, come see me in about 15 years and we'll make a song. And then like 15 years later, she came back and
That's the other crazy thing, let me tell you. That's what I didn't even think about. Because we're talking about big hoops, and I was talking about the whole thing behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is even weirder. This is where you're going to go, whoa. It wasn't until after I did that song that I went and took the time to look at the plaque on Rodney's wall. And then I started realizing that he actually was a part of and produced many of those songs that I loved so much at that time in my life. And he was a part of that. And he also even toured with some of, you know, with those bands. He was a part of that whole era. And so that just like flipped me out. So it was so hard to explain, but
yeah. It's all about the vibe, you know?